Hi there guys, welcome to the Frozen Endzone booth. I'm here with Ian and Paul.
Hello.
Guys, how is Eurogamer treating you?
It's going really well actually. We've had a really great response to the game so far, and this is the first public unveiling of it, so it's kind of quite nerve-wracking and exciting for us, but it's been good.
I'm just watching somebody on the screens behind you. That's awesome.
The guy seems like he's having a good time, so that's good.
So obviously we're in the indie res area. How does it feel being an indie game? I just asked the Prison Architect guys what it's like being indie
They're not
developers.
indies. They were lying to you.
They're not anymore, that's for sure. They're massive these days. But what's the indie community like for you guys at the moment? I mean, obviously it's grown over the past few years.
Yeah, it's full of a lot of terrible people. There are some really disgusting egos around, people showing off their newfound wealth. No, in general, the indie community in the UK is one of the best things about working in games. Everyone helps each other out. Everyone kind of talks and discusses things. Everyone drinks, so it's fantastic.
Brilliant. Well, I mean, obviously we've seen things like the Steam Greenlight, Steam Early Access. And obviously crowd surfing, things like Kickstarter. What's your involvement in this area?
We're really looking to get our game onto early access at some point. It's really anything that helps out developers with getting funding during development is really a good thing. We did a pre-order beta for our first game, Frozen Synapse, and that enabled us to kind of fund the majority of development. So all that kind of thing's really important.
Yes. Steam early access. Yes.
I mean, well, tell us a little bit about your game.
So Frozen Endzone is the premier future tactical sports game. It combines the sort of slick tactical gameplay of Frozen Synapse with a bit of an unusual future sports aesthetic, kind of simultaneous turn-based speedball isn't too far away from it.
I did wonder, I just saw somebody mobbing stuff in the background.
So there's a little bit of an American football influence, but really it's a kind of refinement and evolving of Frozen Synapse, as it were. So yeah, and it's been in development for about 2 years, and we're heading towards beta.
So when can we expect to see the beta? Do you have a sort of timeline for it?
We'd like to try and get something out before early next year, but we're really trying to make something that when people pre-order the game, they get the beta, they're really kind of happy with it, and they're happy to get into multiplayer and really get involved with the community. So we're just working towards that level of polish right now.
Well, I mean, one of the big things in the market at the moment is pre-order now, we'll give you it cheap and we'll give you instant access to alpha, beta, whatever. I mean, what is the competition like in the market at the moment to try and say, look, I'm here? I mean, obviously you guys are Eurogamers, so you've taken a step already. Trying to just go, hey guys, look at my game. How difficult is it to get into the market?
It's a good point. It's a lot busier now than it used to be. I think people have different expectations of betas now.
That's right. Yeah, it's a lot harder to get noticed. There are so many more games being released each week that are much more higher quality. On the other hand, if you're making something that looks really good and it's a bit strange, then people will cover you. So just do something interesting and unique.
Well, I mean, from my personal point of view, things like Call of Duty and whatnot, I'm bored of them. And obviously, if you sit on Steam, like I go on Steam on my phone when I'm at work or whatever, and you go, oh look, new releases. There's a whole tirade of new games released. So obviously, trying to differentiate yourself from the rest of the market. So, I mean, just talk me through the average game.
So in Frozen Endzone, you start and you play a pretty fast game against your opponent. In multiplayer, a game usually takes 5 to 10 minutes. You start and you are presented with a completely unique playing field. You have a stadium and then you have blocks in the stadium that are randomly generated. You have to pick up the ball and get it to the end zone. So you have to move your players around and watch what your opponent does. It's all very exciting and there's throwing and catching and yes.
It's kind of weird. I feel like I'm interviewing you. What were your major influences?
I was mainly influenced by Chaos League and Mario 1, and all those things were very interesting to me. Yes.
I feel like we're taking over. I apologise.
Oh, that's awkward.
And brilliant guys, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to talk to you.